send it to your,
yeah,
no matter what type job it is.
Yeah, you're
so right. People are going wrong there, are they?
We see that a lot, Margaret. So it's very important also on the CV and the cover letter that you tailor both of them to the specific job, to the specific employer. Personalize it as much as possible and get as much positive content in there about yourself as you possibly can.
Where do you see people going wrong with their CV? That they might necessarily, would it be spelling mistakes as well as?
Yes, there's spelling mistakes, grammar, and dates actually on their employment records that mightn't be correct.
Right.
Some people tend to even extend their CV to 3 pages, which is
too much.
It's too much. You just need the 2 pages. Make it as concise and bullet pointed. Your most recent, I suppose, job, if you have that tailored as much as possible and bulked out, I suppose, as much as you can.
And I suppose then from the covering letter, there's no point in giving a big story in the cover letter when it's already in the CV. Do people make that mistake as well?
No. Yeah, they do make that mistake. Let the CV speak for itself and tailor the cover letter really to the specific job.
The job.
Yeah.
So do you sell yourself in your letter, sort of?
Yeah,
you can.
You can sell yourself in your letter.
Interview me because I would bring this to my job, to your job or company.
Feel free to write a little bit about yourself from a personal point of view as well as from a professional point of view. Give them a little bit more insight into yourself and then let the CV speak for itself.
So that's part of the job seekers course. What else is on it?
The job seekers course or the other range of courses?
For people maybe who are unemployed, what courses have you got at the moment for them?
Okay, we have taking control of your future, and this does exactly what it says it will do. It helps you take stock where you are and to put a real plan to move forward in a positive way. The course will focus on developing your vision, your self-awareness, motivation, change, and taking action to move forward. We'd like to concentrate on the positive and get people to start believing in themselves.
Yeah, because someone has texted in a question here. Please ask, do they do assertive and getting confidence courses?
We do,
That's
well,
part of it.
That covers it there, but we actually do an assertiveness course as well if they're just looking to do a 1-day course on that. But really the taking control for your future, that would cover assertiveness to a very large extent. So they're probably better to do the taking control of your future as opposed to specific assertiveness course.
And for those who want to get involved in that course, how do they go about doing so?
If they want to get involved in that course, all they have to do is contact me, Margaret Gilmartin, on 9130742 or my email address, margaret.gilmartin@cmd.ie.
So Margaret, should they bring along maybe a sample of a job they applied for, the letter that they sent, the CV that they sent? And,
yeah, absolutely.
And just so that you could point out, well, this is where you're going wrong, or it could be perfectly okay.
Yeah.
And that sort of helps them. And then from a point of view of interview technique, is that involved as well in it?
Interview techniques would be certainly involved in that course, and that would be done through role plays and through course through feedback from the participants on the course on issues that they may have had. They may have done a really good CV, got the interview, went to the interview, and then that's where they fell back on. And even an important tip is, if you are getting the kind of knockbacks from interview, to contact the employer and get feedback on your performance, how you felt, how they felt you came across. It's an important thing that people sometimes fail to do, and maybe just take the interview as a negative thing, that they didn't get the job, they weren't good enough, but it may just have been on something.
Just the way they conducted it. They may have been well able to do the job, but not able to get themselves across clearly enough or confidently enough.
So we'd specifically deal with that.
But I suppose we have to bear in mind, like, going for an interview is nerve-wracking thing for some people. Some people are very confident, others nerve-wracking.
It's not something you can take for granted, and there is things that we can just give them guidelines and preps on things to do, even from a presentation point of view, how to hold yourself, questions to ask, all little tips like that.
Okay, right, we have a quick break to take, and Margaret, you're staying with us, and rejoin us after the break with Margaret Gilmartin from CMD Training Institute.
Ocean FM. Ocean music variety and good conversation. Niall Delaney. Ocean FM.
And you're welcome back. Now to finish off, listeners wondering, what complete courses do you do for the unemployed?
Okay, the complete courses that we do for the unemployed are 1, taking control of your future, 4 nights or 2 days. It's where you take stock of where you are now and get out of the rut that you may be in. Step into the office, 8 nights or 4 days. And you start with computers. And this is where you've never worked with computers at all, and it's available over 10 nights. A job seeker's path to success, which we discussed before the break. It's 4 nights or 2 days. And then the last one is, so if you want to work for yourself. And there's a lot of people out there who may have great ideas and indeed would be more...
These are people who are unemployed and want to start their own business. You have courses to suit them.
Yeah, well, so this is a specific program, so you think you might want to work for yourself. So it's looking at idea generation, pros and cons of self-employment, who can help you get to where you want to go next. It's not a course about starting a business. It's all about helping you decide if you have a good idea.
Good ideas to and what you think might be, it sort of enlighten you as to what you really need to be able to do to start your own business, does it? And
exactly.
The qualifications you'd need to have, and
I would see
sort
it
of a guideline, is it?
Yeah, it's like a first step. If you're thinking of self-employment, it goes through all the guidelines, I suppose. It does the idea generation. It's, it talks out if it's got potential or not. If you wanted to start your own business, you could do a course on that specifically after you do this.
After you do this. So it's sort of an introduction, is it, too?
An introduction, that's right. Perfect.
So it may make you decide to go ahead, or it may make you think, well, no.
Yeah. It'll stop you in your tracks.
Yeah.
It'll see, have you got a good idea?
Cons, really.
Exactly.
Yeah, of what. And again, you can do that with yourselves. What kind of course is that? A day course, week course?
So you want to work for yourself is 4 nights or 2 days.
4 nights or 2 days, okay. Yeah. Now, a listener wondering, do you have to computer skills to do your courses?
No. You certainly don't. A lot of the courses that we do are non-computer based, so like the things like personal development, all these specific suite of courses that we've designed regarding the unemployed, the taking control of your future, job seeker's path to success, so you want to work for yourself. We do things like one-to-one tuition, so if you're not confident to
be in a group situation,
or you just feel you need or would thrive better in a one-to-one environment, we do one-to-one tuition.
Because I suppose a lot of people would maybe be shy of doing role play and that. But then that's a confidence building thing as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it depends what you want to get out of it. If it's something that you can benefit from one-to-one, it might be better for you to do a one-to-one session. If it's something that it's, trying to get you to improve on your presentation skills, confidence building, you would be better to get into class environment.
So, but could you do a one-to-one and then
you can progress, come to us and say, look, this is exactly what I want to do. Can we do this with the tutor on a one-to-one basis? We do that for them. Then they feel a little bit more confident and could enter into any of our programs that we have available.
So, and so for people who want and are interested in your programs and to get a full list of what exactly that you do, how do they go about that?
They can go on our website, Margaret, so that's www.cmd.ie. They can contact the office on 9130742. They can email me myself, margaret.gilmartin@cmd.ie. We're also available on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and all of those social media.
All of those. And just before I let you go, a listener wondering about CVs. Do you do up CVs?
Of course we do. Yeah.
You do up CVs, and will you go through it with them?
We'll go through
on how to
go through that with them on a one-to-one basis.
Okay, I'm Margaret Martin from CMD Training Institute, and thanks a million for joining us. And maybe, I suppose, after Christmas and that, when things settle down, we'll bring you back again, and we'll go through more for our unemployed and see what they do.
Thanks a lot, Margaret.
Thanks for joining.